Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to our 3 o'clock installment of Wildwood Live. Gregory Cockery here in the Orange Room, engaging in activity. Sorry, I lost track of time there. Ryan had to give me a little text saying, just a reminder, we are past 3 o'clock. Sometimes Drade's brain is suspect. Drade's brain, it's suspect. I said, no, Drade's brain. Drade's brain, ladies and gentlemen. I have my Wildwood Spec 58 Les Paul along here for the ride. And I am going to share this now with some people. I know this does annoy some when I do this, but hey, it's just a little taking care of business before we engage in fun craft. Fun craft, it's coming on strong. The Gristle Kingdom, a place of power. The Gristle Kingdom. Oh, we've done it. We've done it now, friends. How's everybody doing out there? You all right? Great! It's I, Patrick. Greetings to you. Another Prevagen moment. Exactly, Michael. They're stacking up. They are stacking up the moments of Previes. you dig it? Actually, that's the sound of that. I got that Wildwood exclusive ODS 181 by Jetter on there, and I'm kind of at low volume today, folks, so you can, I turned down a bit for the Wildwood ones because Dylan's not playing along, so I don't need to be blaring, and also I saw that movie, Hearing Metal, or what was that? Sarah, what was that movie called? Metal? The metal movie? The Sound of Metal. And that guy losing his hearing like that, well, it scared the hell out of me. Can you imagine that? All of a sudden, 1 minute you're rocking, and the next minute, shoo, down goes your hearing. So I'm kind of quieter today. And so here's the clean sound I'm working with. On my Koch amplifier. That's the sound of that Jetter pedal. Sounds good, right? I think so. So that's just the sound of that Jetter pedal through the clean sound of the amp. I gotta tell you, it sounds pretty damn good. So someone asked if these were the Fishman pickups on this. This is not. This is just a stock Wildwood spec 58 with the Wildwood custom buckers in it, or the custom Wildwood spec pickups, whatever you want to call them. I did put a link to a guitar just like this on the description of this particular video, because the Wildwood spec Les Pauls are just kind of, well, they're specced out to a very delicious fashion. And I purchased this one just before the end of last year, because I got rid of a few Lesters to get that 53 Telecaster I bought a few years back. So I'm a little deficient in Lesters. So where do you find a Reverend with the Bigsby? Good question. Actually, I also put a link up above. They have one of my Gristle Master, or Gristle 90s, as we call them. There's a B-stock one in stock right now at Wildwood, a black one, which means there's probably a little blemish on it somewhere, paint-wise, and so it's less money. So there's a link up above for the first one who can nab it. It's one of the black ones. So they're hard to find because the whole first shipment went, boom, went caboodle. Can you dig it? I'll play some Soul Stroll. Nicely done, Joel. There's a tune on the new record called Soul Stroll, and I did a slide thing, and those are the chords. It's a B major 7. I like to do this, so instead of just kind of going, you know, I like to do a little hammer on it. Adds a little secret sauce, right? There is it's a G sharp minor 7 flat 5. And then I go to this E9 or E13. So the middle position on a Lester, you can get all kinds of funky with it, doggone it. It sounds good. So if I did a little loopy-doopy on this, let's see what we got. Hang on. See if I can hit it right. Oh, come on, you frickin' thing. Here we go. Jumpy. Something like that. Somewhere in that neck of the woods, ladies and gentlemen. That is a tune off that new KMT record, Koch Marshall Trio, a song called Soul Stroll. And sometimes it's good to do a middle position thing when I'm playing slide, and then I'll kind of balance the pickups out a little bit. Put a little gain of Rooney on there. And right? Bring up that bridge pickup a little more. Yeah, that gain right there is just that, as I'm using that ODS 181 because it works well when I'm using the looper. If I use the overdrive on the amp with the looper, it all gets all muddied up. So that's what happens. That's what happens with that. Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. Savage tone right there. I dig that. Anyway, so let me grab the, I see some of y'all out there talking about that Gristle Master, or the Gristle 90. That was some ZZ Top, as a matter of fact. So this, again, is a Wildwood spec. This is my personal Wildwood spec 58 Les Paul. This one's a gloss one. I did put a link to one that looks like this one that's a VOS in the description of this particular video. If you go to the Wildwood website, which will link you, the up above link will get you there. You can check this one out as well as many other delicious morsels. Now, I did mention a few minutes ago that there is, the whole first shipment of the Gristle 90s was sold out, but I did notice that there is one black Gristle 90 that's a B stock item, so it's a little bit less, so it's probably got a paint glitch somewhere, something that they felt that they couldn't charge full price for, but it's, I have a link up above, so first come, first serve on that rascal. So anyway, let me plug this rascal in, and you can, this is the Bradford Beach Blue version, and this has my signature Fishman pickups on board. Nice and squishy. How's the neck on what, on the Les Paul? It's the beefier 58 version, which I dig. It's got a little bit more meat. Neck on this one's a nice C shape on this one. Oh, does the black one? Well, that's a good question, actually, because Wildwood does a version of the Gristle Master that's black that has a larger neck profile. But the black Gristle 90 has the same neck profile as the Bradford Beach Blue and as the gold top, which is it's a little chunkier C than your normal Reverend necks. It's just got a little bit more depth to it, but it's still a very... it's a meat lover's neck, it says Leland. It's not prohibitive, let's put it that way. It's not going to be a neck where someone goes, that's too big for me. But by the same token, someone is not going to be, that's too skinny. It's I like to say it's the mama bear. It's the mama bear size neck. Can you dig it? But again, it's different from where I could see where there's confusion, because Wildwood does do a version of the Gristle Master with a larger neck profile, but the Gristle 90 that's black has the regular conventional neck profile, if that makes sense. Can you dig it? I love that squishy tone of that neck, doggone it. It's juicy. And again, today I'm just messing around with that that jetter pedal, which is a Wildwood exclusive, and it's based on a Dumble amp that was hanging out at Wildwood, and they went back and forth to kind of voice it accordingly. That's the inside scoop, anyway. Someone asked if that Univibe was on the amp. No, that was just a phase 90 on my 45 setting, which is my favorite. This is the sound that's on the amp, which is this harmonic vibrato, which is even juicier, to be honest. That's good vibrato on that amp, doggone it. This is the Bradford Beach Blue color. That is correct, which was the happy accident that happened. There are 10s on this guitar. That is correct. Good sounding guitar, doggone it. That is the Gristle 90 with my new Fishman Gristle Tone P90 pickups on it. There is one. I have a description or a link to it in the description of this video. There is one Gristle 90 left at Wildwoods. It's a second. It's black, but it's available for a little bit less dough. But there's a link up above. If you're inclined, click and achieve that magical feeling. Now, I also took old Lucifer out again. I have to say that this is my favorite. Even though I love the orange, I love the three-tone color. I love all the different colors: the purple, the black, the red, the powder blue, or the powder yellow, and then there's the red, right? But this is my favorite. This is the first one I got. This was the first color I wanted to do. I just have a thing for kind of a transparent sonic blue, and that's what this is. It looks kind of white in this video, but you can see that it is a transparent kind of sonic blue. And what's cool about it is that kind of transparent sonic blue, always in its Corina wood, they tend to fade green, which I dig. So this guitar, there's a link up above. There are a few of these at Wildwood as we speak. This is the Gristle Master in the color we deemed Lucifer. In no small part because of me hearing that horse with the blue Bronco with the red eyes that's at the Denver International Airport is nicknamed Lucifer. That's probably where I got it from. But anyway, can you dig it? So let's hear what this sounds like. Can you dig it? How am I? I'm doing well, thank you. I am doing very well indeed. Someone asked about the size of the body. Yes, these are slightly larger than a regular Tele body. Between 2 and 3% larger body-wise. So it's not so big as it'll fit in regular guitar cases. It just looks more proportional to a larger fellow like myself. I'm 6'7", and often when I'm playing a guitar, people are like, "Is that a ukulele? Is that a 336?" Which I understand, but it gets old. So I want a guitar with a little bit larger body, so it looks more proportionate. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Now again, that was just for overdrive. I was using that Jetter pedal that is a Wildwood exclusive, ODS 181, and the reason why I use an overdrive pedal instead of the amp is when I'm doing the looper stuff, because the looper, if I use the overdrive and the amp, of course, everything will get distorted, and that's what I do not want. Can you dig it? Thank you very kindly. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Can you dig it? Or will you dig it? Can you pick it, lick it, roll it, flick it? So the pickups on here again are these are signature Fishman pickups I did with Fishman. They're Fluence Gristle-tone pickups for T-style guitars. And this little button in betwixt the volume and the tone give you a second voice that's got a little bit more meat and a little more heat. So if I have this on the neck, press the button in. Back to the first one. Patrick asked an excellent question. What's the difference between the neck on the Gristle 90 compared to the other set neck revs? I think it's got a little bit more meat, just like my my neck on these regular Gristle Masters just got a little bit more meat on it than, say, like the Pete Anderson. And it's the same for the other one, for the Gristle 90. It's just got a little more meat than the standard one, but not much. It's very similar. If I'm not on crack, which I don't think I am. I don't think that's been a part of my diet today, or really ever. But you know, whatever. Seems to be a pretty. Greg, do you like Joe Pass? Of course, I love Joe Pass. Joe Passisms I add to my mix when I go. It's a Joe Passism there. The Joe Passisms. Joe Passism. I love the neck on the Gristle 90. I'm glad you dig it, Matty K. I love the guitars. They're magnificent. Is it made of the same wood as the darker blue? It is indeed, Bluesman. They're both, pretty much all the Reverend guitars are made out of Carina at this point in time. And so both this guitar and the Gristle 90 are indeed made out of Carina, except for that's a set neck. And of course the back on the neck is Carina, but the fingerboard is ebony. Whereas this, you've got the Carina body and a roasted maple neck. Better than Jaeger and Blow. You're correct, Patrick. You are correct. Anyone requested Welch's Grape lately? You know, Dave, that's a hard one to do with the duo. We've been doing, you know what? I could do the chord. I suppose. Let me try. Hang on, I gotta shut that thing up for a second here. Let's see what I got here. See if I can do this. Welch's Grape is a tune of mine off a record called Unrepentant, but we do, if I may be so bold, a cool version of it with the trio, with the KMT. But it's got, it's just repeating chords, and it's a C7 sharp 9, the Jimi Hendrix chord. Then I do a tritone substitution, so I change the root from here, C to G, and it becomes a G13. Down a half step to F sharp 13, and then to E. E13 to D9, or 13, depending. So it's like. that. Do-do-do-do. That's a song called Welch's Grape. That's off the Koch Unrepentant record. That was one of Dylan's first sessions as a youngster. He played the bejesus out of that. Ba-do-da-ba-do. Thank you. I appreciate that. And as you can see, this guitar does the job, more than does the job. So when I go out and I gig, I've been bringing out this guitar and maybe a spare. But when I'm flying, that's what I usually do. But now, of course, I'll bring the Gristle 90 and this one and go back and forth between the two. When I'm doing local things, I might bring out a 335 or a Lester as well. And there you have it in a nutshell. There you have it in a nutshell. Ba-doo-doo, ba-doo-boo, 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 doo-doo. So yes, folks, so the guitars today I played for the fun of it. I'm going to just show you something for the heck of it because guitars are fun. And I bought this the other day. I found it used. And this is, you know, I've got some really expensive Strats and I have some inexpensive Strats. This is the cheapest Strat I've had in quite some time. It is it's a made in Mexico. It was one of those 60th anniversary made in Mexico gold Strats. I saw this thing and I thought, you know what, I got to have it. And what's funny about it is it has 9s on it, and I like them. I dig them on this guitar, and it sounds cool. So this is going to be kind of my fun beater guitar. Not that I'm going to beat it, but you know what I mean. With 9s on it. I can bend the strings hither and yon. It stays in tune. It's got a little extra to it. And it's gold. It's just fun. Guitars are fun. Am I right or am I right? Guitars are fun. Guitars are fun. Ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-doo. Kind of ironic that the gold Strat is the cheapest. It is. It is. It is kind of. You want to plug it? I can plug it in. See what it sounds like in comparison to everything. Just for the hell of it. For the hell of it. Anyways, you get the idea. It sounds cool. So that was fun. Sometimes sometimes guitars you spend a lot. Sometimes you don't spend so much. You have just as much fun. Whatever inspires. Diggity doggone it. Whatever inspires. Just came back, baby. Just came back from the storm. Well, folks, thanks so much for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. We'll see you back on Thursday. God knows what else we'll have. We'll have something fun. And there you have it in a nutshell. Have I ever lost a guitar on tour? Thank God, no. That has never happened. I've been fortunate that way. Of course, I keep them close. Keep your guitars close and your enemies closer. I don't know what that means. All right, folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Don't forget there's links up above or below, depending on what format you're watching. As I said, maybe if you caught in, you tuned in a little bit later, there is one Gristle 90 left at Wildwood right now, and it's a second, so it's a little bit less dough, or they don't call them second, they call them B stock. So there must be like a little paint glitch or something somewhere, but it's a little bit less expensive. So there's a black Gristle 90, and there's a link up above to that. They also have plenty of other Gristle Masters there. They've got Lucifer, they've got Clockwork Orange, they've got black, they've got the three-tone Sunburst, which is this glorious here. This is another one of my faves. Look at that. Woo! Love it. And then, of course, I talked a little bit about my Wildwood Spec 58 Les Paul, which is an inspiring little morsel. So I have a link up above to something very similar to that. Okay, folks, thank you so much. I appreciate it. As always, thanks for tuning in. Take it easy, but take it, doggone it. We'll see you.